Welcome back to Browse ERP Corner, the channel where you learn everything about ERPs. Today we are tackling an essential part of any business, handling merchandise returns. We all know that sometimes products are sent back for many reasons, and managing this process efficiently is crucial. In this video we'll explore how a robust ERP system can streamline the entire return cycle, from creating return merchandise authorization documents (RMA) to processing the returned items and issuing credit memos. Whether you are dealing with damaged goods, restocking fees, or deciding whether to reintegrate items to your inventory, having the right tools can make all the difference. There is a return cycle in a good ERP that will allow you to generate documents for processing those returns. The ERP must have the ability to create RMAs that you can send or email to the customers so they can include them in the returning box with the merchandise. So when you receive the merchandise back, you will be able to easily identify the sale and the customer that corresponds to the merchandise that you are receiving back. And when you actually receive the merchandise back, you should be able to create a return receipt to send or email to the customer as an acknowledgement or receipt of the merchandise that you received back. When receiving the merchandise back, sometimes you will have to return those items to your inventory, and some other times you won't. For example, if you receive that merchandise in a damaged state, the ERP should be able to allow the user receiving the merchandise back to determine the status of the merchandise and to eventually reincorporate it to the inventory, if it's possible. And finally, the ERP must allow the automatic creation of a credit memo to credit the customer for the merchandise that was received back. But this is a process with different aspects, all of which should be provided by the ERP. For example, if you receive back 5 items and one of them was received back damaged and can't be reincorporated into the inventory, the credit memo will typically not include a credit for the damaged item. Also, you might want to charge the customer for a restocking fee, which should be automatically calculated and incorporated into the credit memo, reducing the credit that you're extending to the customer for the return merchandise. There are similar considerations for the shipping charges of the return shipment, which your company might want to pay or might want to charge the customer for instead. When selling to customers, so your company processes many individual sales per day, the number of merchandise returns will be also high, and it is very important to properly provide for the return system to be handled as automatically and easy as possible. And finally, let's talk about getting everything together, because a very important feature of the sale process in an ERP system is the ability to keep the sale documents that belong to the same sale linked together and easily retrievable from one to another. For example, keeping requests for quotations and all the quotations produced in response as negotiations took place linked to the actual sales order that was taken, and also to the all other sales documents that are related to that sales order, like for example invoices, credit memos, or packing lists. A good ERP should keep all the sales documents that belong to each individual sale linked to make them easily retrievable. This should also be available not just at the sales document level, but also at the finer detail level of the individual line items of the documents related to a particular sale. So for example, if you quote and sold several different items in one particular sale, you should be able to easily call and display all the associated line items in all the related documents associated with a particular document line in any of the documents that are related to that sale. If you have in front of you, for example, a certain invoice and need to see when was a certain line item in that invoice shipped, you should be able to immediately get all the line items that are related to the original line item from which you started, the one that you wanted to research. This should happen across all the documents that are related to the sale of that particular line item. I really hope this video has given you a clear understanding of how to efficiently manage merchandise return using an ERP system. By integrating these processes, you can enhance your customers' relationships, improve accuracy, and streamline your operations. And this was Browse sharing my knowledge with you. Thanks for watching and have a great day.